Welcome back to designing and publishing a website in Figma Sites. In this video, I want to take a look at redesigning this element right here, this component, which is currently living on the customers page. And the reason for that is that we are about to implement this as another fully responsive page. So what we did to features and integrations, I want to do to the customers page. But of course, before we do that, we want to make sure that all the elements are actually mobile friendly, right? So it's mobile friendly and that they actually look good. And if you take a look at this element right here, I think there's a lot of things to be improved. So that's what we're going to be focusing on in this episode. Hopefully at the end, we're going to have a blueprint, a sketch for a better, modern, more mobile-friendly, and overall just better structured component that we can replace these customer quotes with. As always, if you'd like to save time and support the channel, make sure to check the link in the description where you can purchase the source file for this series. And also, if you need personalized help, you can book a one-to-one live coaching session with me, also using the link in the description. And as I said, we are continuing to responsify and publish individual pages in our project, and occasionally we'll need to find a better solution for certain elements. This is one of those cases, so let's just analyze what could be improved here. So first of all, if you focus on this area over here, I think that could be structured a bit better. So what I think could look good, for example, is having a photo. Of course, we're going to keep that. So this is going to be the photo. And then maybe what we could do is make the company logo slightly overlap the photo, make it appear somewhere around here. And then, of course, the text could be then on the right side with the name being right beneath the text. Okay, so that would be one option. And I know what you're thinking, probably. We dropped this element, but I think that could actually be fixed by introducing a hover state to this element. So let's say that after hovering, right after we hover, we could introduce a large button on the bottom that could say something like, read how company A did something. And then we would have like a fade out type of thing, which would mean essentially there would be like a gradient in this area that would go from fully visible color to basically fully transparent, right? So basically similar to what we have, for example, if we take a look at this page, here we have a fade, right? So something similar in appearance, I think we could use right here. That would actually be laid over the company logo. It would basically serve as a background for our button. Another option with an even simpler layout could be, for example, the following. We could have, again, it could be rectangular, of course. We would get basically a photo on the left side and then a text, like the actual quote on the right side with the name and the company logo. So this is going to be the company logo on the same row, essentially. So that would compress the overall layout. Again, with the assumption that upon hovering, we're gonna see also like a button here that would give you the option to read how their company used your product. Okay. So that's definitely one option. This would also bring it closer to the logic of the following element, which is the case study card. So this is the default state, this is the hover state. I'm thinking that this card works way better visually than this one. So that's why I think it could actually fit the overall identity better. Additionally, one last potential variant could be, you know how sometimes in certain UIs you get like an avatar or something, and then basically in the corner you have a smaller picture And we could then make this picture to be the customer logo, for example. I think that could work really well. So you would have the person here, then you would have the company, and then you would just have the quote with the name below that paragraph. Again, it would be framed, and upon hovering, you would get a button prompting you to read more about their company's success story. Okay. If you, for example, now, if you compare, I think I like this version the best so far, because if you compare the number of visual elements in this layout, let me actually remove those circles. If you compare the number of visual elements in these two layouts, right? Basically what we have going on here, this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We basically have 5 distinct blocks, visual blocks, because there's a spacing here, there's a spacing here. So this kind of splits the layout, and you just perceive this as many fragmented sections. Whereas this layout would introduce just like two blocks, right? That's one block, that's the second block. It's first, second. So that means that this is going to be easier to process, right? So let me just note this down. Less visual blocks equals easier to process. Now, of course, we are using the company logo as a separate component, so we might have to redo this component because it is right over here. That's the customer company logo. We might have to make it more like square or circular for this type of layout, but I think that's worth it. And of course, on mobile, this is going to be on tap on mobile, right? So whenever you create, I don't know if you noticed, but whenever you create a hover element with the hover interaction on desktop, on mobile, it translates to tapping. So when the user taps this layout, they will get to the option to click this button, which is crucial because we want to make sure this is friendly for both desktop and mobile. And of course, on mobile, what we could do is basically this. So we could get the avatar, the company logo, and then the text, and then the name. And then after hovering, you would get a button, maybe, right? With the fade overlaying over the rest. So that's desktop and that's mobile. So we came up with 3 different layouts. We brainstormed 3 possible layouts. And I actually think that the winning layout is going to be this one. That's the one that I think could be the biggest improvement compared to the current state. So in the next episode, we're going to be actually assembling this. Stay tuned. Again, if you want to save time and support the channel, make sure to check the link in the description for the source file and or the personalized coaching sessions. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one.